very first guests are lovely Claire Flower, Lisa Cunningham and Lauren Peters from Beverley Holidays down in Paignton, and actually where we're going to be hosting our next XP hospitality event, which I really hope you're going to be able to join us at. Anyway, have a listen. I think you can tell we had a lot of fun with it, and yeah, hope you enjoy. So Claire, you're the new chair of HARPA. What are your thoughts on the biggest things for this year that you think HARPA are going to be looking at as like an overall thing? Do you think it's going to be experience? Do you think it's brand? Do you think it's legacy? What do you think are the big things?
I think it's absolutely huge that we keep driving the organisation forwards and making sure we are fit for the future and the next generations. We've just carried out our big branding exercise. It wasn't just about the name, the look of the logo. It was much more than that. It's all about like the culture and how we want to appear to our members, whether they're other holiday parks, residential parks, or our associate members. We want to be the right organisation for them.
Yeah, and I really felt that at my first HARPA actually. We had a really good community vibe, especially when I saw you. It felt like we had loads of the parks around and everyone was chatting, and it really did look like a new start, I think.
I just love being part of the holiday park and residential park industry anyway, because there's always been such an amazing vibe. Everybody's so sociable and friendly, even though we're all competitors. We don't act like we are, and everybody is great at sharing views, sharing opinions, and that is something that's always been part of our industry and our membership, and that will certainly continue.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see, and I think, like you were saying with the NextGen, and Sarah, who leads that, is fantastic, and it was great to see more of a presence of that actually at HARPA. And tell me some more about that moving forward. What are you going to look to do with that this year, do you think? Grow more?
Sarah's been absolutely amazing with the network, because it was a very slow start when we sort of pulled the concept together a few years back, but it's got some really passionate people behind it, really wanting to make it work. It's just so valuable to our industry that we have involvement for all age groups. Yeah. So getting the younger generations behind what's happening is just so key, and there's some really great people, so it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, it does seem to be growing more and more, and obviously that whole community vibe, and like you were saying, getting all age groups involved is so important, and something that obviously we are looking at Holidaymaker. But as an aside, I think it's interesting with that new technology and the experience. Do you find actually on park that you get a divide in between the older and the younger generations using the tech and things?
Oh, hugely. We see a difference in our customers with their different tech abilities and their different ages and their different likes and their different wants, and what they what sort of tool that they want to help them make their holiday work really well for them, how they receive the information, whether it's like a little booklet, a poster, or whether it's the app. Most of our customers absolutely love the app. There's such a high download rate. I'd say every customer has it, but there could be different members of a family who do want a different tool, whether it's their entertainment guide, they want it imprinted, or they want it up on a TV screen, because they do find the app not for them maybe. So it's really important that we do hit all the different generations across our customers, because we are all different.
Yeah, we are. And I think something we found really interesting actually is that more and more of the older generation that you wouldn't expect to be using tech actually are. So, for example, I think it was Dave Mack said in one of our most recent podcasts, his mum, who's in her 80s, uses Facebook and is on her phone. And, you know, my husband's mother, she is always on WhatsApp, and she's always messaging people in Australia and loves her Wordle. Shout out to Maureen.
There are certainly some surprises. Some of the oldies are amazing at it, and some aren't. But then you'd be amazed that some of the younger generations, they just don't like technology, and they haven't embraced things like that, and they find it really difficult. So I think it's perhaps it's different personality types and that sort of thing, and different people are motivated by different things.
Yeah. Do you guys, on your side, just to bring you into it, what are your thoughts on like the guest experience and marketing and that side of it?
From like a tech perspective?
Yeah.
I think it's just ever growing, isn't it? Like there's so much opportunity, but I think that's the important thing. It's not just bringing in tech for the sake of it, but yeah, using it to actually enhance rather than make things more difficult and put more barriers in place. So yeah, when we do bring stuff in, it's just important that we do it slowly, but yeah, I do think there's a massive opportunity, with things like customer segmentation, using the data to really look at who our customers are.
I'm guessing, is that what you're seeing as like your next big thing in terms of like driving that experience forward?
Yeah, we're really excited about the segmentation feature that's coming. I think that's going to really open some doors for us.
Yeah, because you know who people are, right? You can say, I don't know, not just this is a family with a kid and a dog, which is great, but what are they interested in? What time do they like to go for dinner? You know, Jace at Zona was saying that the new time for people to eat is like stretched further in the evening now. And you're nodding, Lisa, so if you finding that?
Yeah, and I think you kind of find that earlier on in the evening we've got the families in who are wanting to come in, get food, get out in time for the entertainment, but then you've got the ones who like to come along for their bingo, and then they'll come into the restaurant later on in the evening when maybe there isn't as many kids around, so it's a bit more quieter, more relaxed. So we find that later on in the evening it might be younger couples, again older couples as well, people without kids. But then it's a weird one over half term. We still had people come in with kids kind of 8 o'clock, 8:30, which is quite unusual because usually they are all in earlier in the evening. So I don't know, maybe if people's habits are changing.
That's really interesting.
Definitely.
I don't know about you, is that more of a thing like when you were a kid and your parents used to take you to Lanzarote or somewhere like that? You'd eat late, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So do you think because people are maybe staycationing more, like they're just acting like that but here now?
Yeah, definitely, because you know a lot of people aren't going abroad, they are staying within the UK. And I remember going on holiday with my parents when I was younger. You know, you were at the beach, you were at the pool, then you went back to the room, maybe had a bit of a nap, got up, then you were out for dinner, maybe 8:30 at night. So maybe that is what's happening. But yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because I think when it's a UK holiday, maybe before we haven't thought about it in that way for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And now it's like, because the short stay thing, people are taking, apparently looking at the data, people are taking more trips, but shorter ones. So it seems to be the more weekend breaks and things like that. And you guys it seems like that's what you're saying. So I'm wondering if they're taking more intense breaks. So when they are here, for example, they'll be trying to pack in as much as
possible. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which I guess makes it more important to have the choice. So whether it's an app or a screen or your pamphlets, it's having the choice, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we've just implemented a order screen in our show bar. We haven't had much uptake on it yet, but we are confident that, you know, as we move through the season, more people will be using it. And the way it's set up, it does look great. You'll see that when we move through.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely. And I think, and like you were saying, a lot more older people generation are willing to use the apps and things because, you know, if they can order at the table in the show bar, it saves them standing in a queue, you know. So then they don't have to move. We literally will run everything over to them. So it is quite interesting to see. Kind of, they're the first ones that are up asking, is the app on? Is the app on? Yeah, it's on. So you can order and they can literally grab their seat, play their game of bingo, and we'll do all the running about for them, which
That's
they love.
great. Does that make it easier? I'm guessing that makes it much easier for like dinner service though, doesn't it? If like everyone's like staying in one place.
So at the moment, the jetty's still table service, so our app runs in the show bar, but that might be something maybe we'll look at further down the line. But we do have a facility in the jetty where, for example, if it is really busy and, you know, people want to settle their bill and dash, we've got QR codes on the table. They can literally scan and pay their bill, and then dash, if you like, which is good. It also is good for us in terms of, right, is that person, we need to get back over there, we can log on to the till, nope, they've paid, they're gone. So
and you know then, don't you?
Yeah, because in the craziness of peak season we are running about frantically, so that has been really good. And if people are asking for their bill, you know, you can just scan the QR code and pay for it there. Oh, brilliant. They love it.
And I'm like that. If I go out for dinner, I literally will eat dinner and then be like, right, I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go. Because I want to go do either it's, you know, you've got kids and you want to go home and just have that time by yourself. Or you've got something else to do, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because once you've decided that you finished your meal and you want to go, you just want to go, don't you? And then if you suddenly look around and the waiting staff are busy or something, you're like, no, we just want the bill now. And so the QR is perfect.
And I think as well, you don't want to interrupt them because you can see them running about, and some people are like that. They're like, we've literally, so sorry to bother you, can we have our bill? And for those people, it's made a difference because they can literally scan and go, and it's great.
I think that's it, isn't it? It's convenience, it's choice, and it's, I think a lot of us get so hung up on like tech versus not, or, you know, use AI or not, and it's not about that, right? I think because if you look at the coming up generation, they're so ingrained with it that they don't notice it. And we've been talking about this a lot generally, but like that whole digital native, digital immigrant thing, and very much millennial generation, I think, were that weird in between.
Definitely, because it's normal to them, isn't it? That social media to the young people, they were born into that, whereas we had to, like me, I'm a bit older, I had to like learn it. And so in 5 years, 10 years time, they're going to go, what are you on about using this word AI? Because it will be just so embedded in their normal everyday life. They wouldn't even have a word for it. It will just be normal and just happen.
And we'll be like, why were people like, I'm not going to use it? And like, I do agree with like some of the ethical things behind it, because I think it's hard not to. But I think the way things are moving in terms of streamlining and automating and segmenting is better for everyone, because it means more convenience, more knowledge, and better journeys, really.
And the communications that you get are relevant to you. You're not getting stuff that isn't of interest to you. So I think it's good for everyone.
I do, because I think how many of us get WhatsApps and emails and all of this stuff, and it's not tailored, it's not even relevant. Like some of the stuff you get sent, I keep getting sent things for the women under 35, and God love them, but I am not 35.
Well, I keep getting the ones for the over 60. I'm like, no, I'm not over 60.
There's 100% a problem in the algorithm there. Someone's head's got a roll for that.
Think of what I've been Googling or looking at to make me think that.
No, that's there's something terribly wrong on that. We need the 30-year-old one back here.
I need to perhaps do a few cunning search terms. Drive my ads back.
We'll sort you out, Claire, don't worry about it. You've got to be careful though. Like I go on Instagram sometimes, and you get sucked into the real doom scroll, don't you? Especially at the end of the day.
Yes.
Especially when you're on a computer all day or your phone, you're like, what am I doing?
Looking at the screen again.
Looking at someone else on a beach enjoying nature, and I'm here. Oh
God, I've probably lost days to TikTok.
Yeah, that's like my thing. That's literally, I probably spend about an hour, 2 hours a night on TikTok. It's so bad. And you just get down a rabbit hole, don't you?
You do.
And then, like you say, you find something, then it appears everywhere. Literally, you could have been searching something on Google, then you find you're on Facebook, it's there. Then you're on TikTok, that's what comes up. It's just crazy.
Do you guys use it to search for like everything?
Yeah, I would say it's probably, I use TikTok to search more than Google.
Yes.
So this is why I get the ads for the older people, because I'm not there with that yet.
So if you were going to search for something, Claire, what would you do? Would you Google it?
I use everything really, whether it's Google, Facebook, Instagram. I haven't started using TikTok for doing that yet though. Perhaps that's my next thing.
Do you know, I've been playing with it because, and I don't know, like we were talking earlier about neurodiversity and things and accessibility, and I don't know if it's because of the ADHD that I don't like TikTok, because you know you have to mute it each time and you go onto it and it's really loud and you can change settings, but there's something about that I really dislike.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so I don't use it that much, actually. Like, I use it for work and I will go on there sometimes. But yeah, I tend to use Instagram the most, or even Pinterest I use. And then Reddit. I'm addicted to Reddit.
Because I often have my sound off, then it obviously doesn't work with things like videos and stuff like that, because I might be in like the shopping queue in Sainsbury's or something, just flicking through your phone while you're waiting, and then suddenly the noise comes out. So yeah, I often have mine on silent, so that may be my barrier to using TikTok.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what it is. It's like people who don't mind having your sound blaring out, and people that like do.
Yeah. And I'm not sure my husband would appreciate me having the sound blaring out on the sofa at home either when he's trying to watch telly.
That's the same with me. Like I get better if we were watching TV at night. I switch off. I get bored, so then I've got the phone out, and James is like, turn that down. I'm watching this. I love like TikTok is my genuinely every night. That's what I do to wind down. It's I love it.
So you're allowed the sound at the same time as the telly?
Well, I try, but
we won't be allowed now,
I try my hardest, then I can't quite hear that. I'll turn it up, and James is like, get that turned down. But yeah, I love TikTok. Even when we go on holiday and stuff, I'm always on there, searching for what can we do, where can we go eat, where's got the best cocktails, stuff like that. We went to Las Vegas in September, and literally the whole itinerary I created was from TikTok.
Wow.
And I use ChatGPT to create my itinerary as well. But yeah, I find TikTok, it's great, but I also have to put boundaries in place. It's otherwise it would just like rule my life. Spend far too much time on there, so I can find sometimes, like if I've been on there for a little while, like I come off of it and I almost feel more overwhelmed than when I went on there.
And that's a real growing thing, I think, is that like we're all chasing that dopamine hit of like whether it's like people cooking things or cutting things or squishing things.
My favourites, like when they're literally stocking up their fridges. I've actually spent hours like watching people like stock up their fridges. This is what I bought when I was out shopping, and they're literally just putting like yogurts in a fridge and I'm there for hours. Like it's weird.
Yeah, it's very satisfying. Like when they've got like the perfect fridge, like and everything's in its little compartments.
Yeah, definitely.
No, you're not selling it to me.
I mean, there's so much more. I think I love TikTok. I think it's brilliant.
I think it's just because we're so overwhelmed sometimes by it, just so much, right? That we just want something simple, like someone squishing a ball, or whatever it is, or a guy from Australia narrating animal videos.
But I think it's also quite good. Again, it must be my algorithm that things will come up. And it's like work related things, and you have these thoughts in your head, and then you see these videos and you're thinking, right, I'm normal, this isn't just me. This isn't just me that thinks this way or feels this way. Like there's so many more people out there who think or feel the same way, so that's